Hey friends, this is Life Coach Rich. Just quick something. This is about the President Trump assassination attempt, and this is a high-level security person has been dealing with high-level security for a long time. Just commenting on some problems that he sees and what happened. So he's commenting in hindsight of he had already said, like I said, he said usually you'd have two or three. I said one or two. So okay, he knows more than me. That's great. Because he's the actual security expert. So he said it would be they should have had 2 to 3 officers stationed on top of those buildings in that area to make sure that because those were the next closest buildings to the president, and then it would have mitigated any kind of security threat. But then secondly, here he's talking about if the snipers would have seen if they could have been notified immediately with by the police because there was a minute and a half that he got onto the roof and then he bear crawled with a rifle to the peak and then lined his sight up and then fired. And so he's saying in that kind of a situation he should have been taken out. And it's kind of odd that it wasn't they weren't notified, they didn't see him, some major negligence happened. Listen to what he says here.
You have a high-level rally involving the former president of the United States, and you see an individual doing a army type of crawl, belly crawl, armed with a rifle. You're immediately at a level where use of deadly force would be warranted because you are sensing a threat, you are concerned for the safety of the former president, and nobody should be within that area armed, much less crawling on the rooftop of a tall building.
Please do me a favor and hit the like button, subscribe, and notifications. And then also after you're done, please share the video with a friend. That really helps the channel grow. Thank you so much, and let's continue. So I thought that was very, although that was just seemed logical. It begs the question of how did they not see him? How was it not reported in time? Because obviously they had the vantage point to see him and take him out after the shots rang out, and they did an excellent job of that, thankfully. But I don't know why they didn't see him first. It should have never happened. That building should have been unsecured. But I've heard another report that they're saying as far as snipers, usually they're looking at 300 to 500 yards out. They're scanning those kind of things. They're not necessarily looking at 150 yards away. Well, as a sniper, you're the counter sniper right there, and you're on this side of the president, so you're in charge of these buildings over here. There was another team over to the left, and you're more in charge of maybe this half of the scene. And so if you know that you don't have any police officers on top of that building over there, and because you can see it from your vantage point, then I don't know why wouldn't you be watching that one? Because that's the next closest one. If they were looking at 300 to 500 yards and then had to readjust as soon as they heard the shots and then see somebody over there and then bam, took him out, then they did an excellent job of that. But like I said, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense how it ever happened in the first place. And this has been the first, I think they said, first assassination attempt since Ronald Reagan when he was shot. And so I remember that I was young when it happened. So that's like 40 something years. It hasn't happened in 40 something years. Shots fired on the president. And so, wow, we almost had another assassination. So anyway, I thought that was really good information. Want to share that with you about that. This Life Coach Richard, please share, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.